Here are the top stories for today, March 12, 2020. Malacanang urges the media to stop exaggerating reports on the COVID-19 threat. The Labor Department and its attached agencies are set to adopt a 4-day work week as a precaution against COVID-19. The Department of Finance and the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas suspend work to undergo disinfection. And the UP National Institute of Health aims to do 1,000 tests per week with its coronavirus detection kit. Good day, I'm William Theo. Welcome to the PNA Newsroom. Malacanang on Thursday appealed to the media to refrain from writing stories about 2019 coronavirus disease that may sow fear and panic among the public. In a statement, presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelo asked media outlets to refrain from exaggerating or amplifying reports that may only affect the mindset of the public and instead help in disseminating helpful tips on how to prevent the spread of the virus. Panelo also urged the public to avoid panic buying and that hoarders would be punished. He assures the public that the government is implementing all necessary and appropriate measures to help contain COVID-19 and protect the people from being contaminated. PCOO is eyeing the conduct of virtual press briefings to ensure that the updates about President Duterte and Malacanang will not be disrupted over the new coronavirus disease threat. This as Malacanang press briefing room, press working area, and other areas within the new executive building is closed down on Thursday, March 12 for disinfection. Andanar said work-from-home arrangements in accordance with the guidelines released by the Department of Labor and Employment and the Civil Service Commission may be considered. He also appealed to the public to be understanding and cooperative in taking the necessary precautions and in following safety protocols. The PCOO Office of the Global Media Affairs has been holding virtual pressers to cater to journalists based abroad since 2019. DepEd said graduation rites may still be held, and CBCP issues recommendations to contain the spread of COVID-19 during masses. More on this from Janice Cabe.
President Duterte's scheduled visit to Boracay to promote local tourism has been postponed due to the rise in the number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the country. Instead of delivering his usual long speech with offhand remarks, Duterte on Wednesday read his short prepared speech in Malacanang. He explained that he was told to heed the advisory of the DOH to avoid organizing or joining events that draw huge crowds in a bid to contain the spread of the disease. Meanwhile, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines on Wednesday urged priests and the faithful to follow hygiene protocol to help combat the spread of COVID-19. The CBCP recommends those who are feeling unwell to refrain from liturgical assemblies. Clergy and the faithful alike should use best practices through careful hand washing and frequent cleaning of liturgical space and objects. Reception of communion is by the hand. Holy water fonts at the doors or entrances of churches must be emptied. There should be protective cloth in areas where confessions are held. Kissing and touching of sacred images and statues is not allowed. Heed the call to suspend all mass gatherings and no passing of collection box among church goers. In other news, the Department of Education says public and private schools can push through with their graduation rites provided that they are able to implement strictly the DOH guidelines on social distancing. The DOH advises to control mass gathering. This is why the DepEd instructed schools to hold their graduation per batch and schedule it for an entire week. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Janice Cabe.
Still to come, the Labor Department and its attached agencies are set to adopt a 4-day work week as a precaution against COVID-19. The Department of Finance and the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas suspend work to undergo disinfection. More on these when the PNA Newsroom continues.
Sa matinding laban natin sa coronavirus disease 2019, sugpuin din natin ang pagkalat ng fake news. Huwag magbahagi ng impormasyon na hindi tiyak ang pinagmulan. I-check mabuti ang source ng balita. Kumuha lamang ng impormasyon mula sa mga official channel ng Department of Health. Huwag magpadala sa maling balita. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa. Kaya natin to. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Tandaan ang tamang paraan ng paghuhugas at paglilinis ng kamay upang makaiwas sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Unang sabunin ang mga palad at ang likod ng mga kamay. Kuskusin na maigi ang pagitan ng mga daliri at maging ang mga kuko. Isunod ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki at kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. Banlawang mabuti ang mga kamay sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel o air dryer. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Pangalagaan ang sarili laban sa Coronavirus Disease 2019. Hanggat maaari, umiwas sa mataong lugar. Iwasang hawakan ang ilong at bibig, maging malinis sa katawan at ugaliin ang wastong paghuhugas ng kamay. Takpan ang ilong at bibig kung uubo o babahing. Umiwas sa mga taong nagpapakita ng sintomas ng coronavirus disease gaya ng lagnat, ubo at sipon. Magsuot ng face mask kung kinakailangan. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa. Kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
The Department of Labor and Employment and its attached agencies will implement a 4-day work week as a precaution against the COVID-19 threat. Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III said the new work schedule covers all employees at the central office in Intramuros, Manila, as well as its regional offices, bureaus, and field offices. Starting March 16, the work schedule for all DOLE employees as well as its attached agencies will only be from Monday to Thursday. The order came a day after the Civil Service Commission urged all government agencies and offices to implement changes in their work schedule due to the threat of COVID-19. In a memorandum, the CSC asked all public agencies and offices to adopt alternative work arrangements for employees, such as a 4-day work week and a shifting schedule. Under the arrangement, employees are required to render 10 hours of work per day for 4 days. The Department of Foreign Affairs on Wednesday advised all Filipino travelers to take note of the latest travel restrictions imposed by Liberia in response to the spread of COVID-19 worldwide. Liberia-bound residing in countries where there are more than 200 cases will immediately be at a precautionary center for a 14-day mandatory monitoring. Meanwhile, those arriving from states with around 50 to 100 cases will be evaluated and placed under observation if their area of origin registered over 100 cases. The DFA said travelers arriving from or residing in countries with less than 50 cases will be documented by the government and will be asked to do self-monitoring. Those holding a new passport, on the other hand, will be immediately taken for a second round of screening and will be placed under a 14-day monitoring. Filipinos en route to Liberia who may encounter any issues or problems related to the travel restriction are urged to contact the Philippine Embassy in Abuja, Nigeria. The Department of Finance and the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas suspended work in Manila on Thursday and Friday for building disinfection. This after heads of both offices were exposed to a person who tested positive for COVID-19. In a Viber message to journalists Thursday morning, Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez said work at the DOF has been suspended for total disinfection. He said work will resume when the disinfection was completed and advised by the DOH. On Wednesday night, Dominguez told reporters that he will go on self-isolation after being with a person who was tested positive for COVID-19. Relatively, BSP Governor Benjamin Diokno said the BSP's main building in Manila will be closed until Sunday and work will resume on Monday. Diokno previously attended the final inspection of the new 2.6-kilometer North Luzon Expressway Harbor Link C3R10 section last week. The said event was also attended by President Rodrigo Duterte. Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade on Wednesday also announced his decision to be on self-quarantine given his exposure to the COVID-19 positive person last week. The Department of Health Central Luzon Center for Health Development on Wednesday assured its preparedness against COVID-19 in the region. DOH Regional Director Cesar Casion gave the assurance following the announcement that there are now 3 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the region. Casion said that government-run hospitals are well prepared to respond to positive COVID-19 cases. The 3 confirmed in the region are 2 of the repatriates quarantined at New Clark City in Capas, Tarlac, while the other one is from the city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan. Contact tracing and monitoring is still ongoing. Casion also encouraged the public to cooperate and support the implementation of preventive measures against COVID-19. Likewise, he asked the public to keep calm, remain vigilant, and refrain from sharing unverified and unofficial information that may only cause unnecessary panic. Local government units in the provinces are monitoring the COVID-19 situation as they announce their own measures to stop the spread of the disease in their areas. Lade Kabagani has the story.
The province of Pampanga will not declare a lockdown amid 3 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Central Luzon. Governor Dennis Pineda appealed on Wednesday for the public to stay calm as the provincial government implements precautionary measures. Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office head Angie Blanco said they have allocated 10 million pesos for the prevention and preparedness against COVID-19. The confirmed cases are the 2 repatriates quarantined at New Clark City in Capas, Tarlac, while the other one is from the city of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Meanwhile, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao is set to create an interagency task force that would formulate policies and measures to avoid the entry of COVID-19 in the region. Abdullah Kusain, BARM Deputy Executive Secretary, said Interim Chief Minister Ahod Murad Ibrahim is set to release within the week a memorandum for all ministry offices in the region regarding the formation of the IATF. As for the commemoration of BARM's first anniversary on March 29, he said the steering committee on anniversary celebration is set to meet to address the issue. In other news, the Department of Education in Davao Region reiterates that it is not encouraging the suspension of classes amid the threat of the coronavirus disease. DepEd 11 spokesperson Janelito Atilio said on Wednesday that suspending classes would be unnecessary with only 2 weeks left for the 2019-2020 school calendar. DepEd has directed the schools to go on with their graduation rites and moving up exercises, provided that they schedule the activities from April 13 to 17. Tagum, Panabo, and Island Garden City of Samal, as well as the municipality of Santo Tomas, suspended their classes starting Wednesday because of the coronavirus scare. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Lade Kabagani.
Up next, the UP National Institute of Health aims to do 1,000 tests per week with its coronavirus detection kit. And the PBA suspends its games indefinitely due to the spread of COVID-19. The PNA Newsroom returns after these reminders.
Alamin kung paano ang tamang pagsusuot ng surgical mask. Una, hawakan ang mask sa strap at siguruhing natatakpan nito ang inyong bibig at ilong. Tandaan, ang may kulay na bahagi ng mask ang dapat nasa labas. Ito lamang ang tamang paraan ng pagsuot nito. Ihulma ang nose piece o maliit na metallic strip ayon sa hugis ng inyong ilong. Iwasan ang paghawak sa inyong ilong at bibig. Kung marumi na ang mask, hubarin ito gamit ang strap at itapon ito sa isang basurahan. Siguruhin ang maayos na paghuhugas ng kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig. Ang surgical mask ay dapat gamitin ng mga pasyenteng may sakit sa baga o mga taong mayroong ubo, sipon at lagnat, mga nag-aalaga sa mga may sakit, at mga healthcare at frontline workers. Maaari ring magsuot nito kung kayo ay pupunta sa matataong lugar. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Alamin ang tamang paraan ng pag-ubo upang mapigilan ang paglaganap ng Coronavirus Disease 2019. Ugaliing magdala ng panyo o tissue. Kung uubo o babahing, takpan ang buong ilong at bibig gamit ang panyo o tissue. Kung walang dalang panyo o tissue, maaaring gamitin ang braso na pantakip. Kung nakararamdam na kailangan umubo o bumahing, agad na dumistansya sa mga tao sa paligid. Huwag dumura kung saan-saan, gumamit ng tissue at itapon sa basurahan. Ugaliin ang paghuhugas ng kamay at paggamit ng alcohol o hand sanitizer upang mamatay ang mikrobyo. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito. Alamin ang mga dapat gawin sa lugar ng trabaho laban sa Coronavirus Disease 2019. Ang mga kumpanya ay dapat magbigay ng face mask sa kanilang mga empleyado. Bukod dito, magbigay kaalaman din patungkol sa COVID-19. Siguraduhing malinis ang kapaligiran. Maglagay ng sabon at hand sanitizer sa mga palikuran. Siguraduhing ligtas at nalutong maigi ang mga pagkain sa kantina. Obserbahan ang kalusugan ng mga empleyado at katrabaho. Kung sakali man na mayroon silang sintomas ng coronavirus disease, gaya ng lagnat, ubot-sipon at hirap sa paghinga, ay agad ipasuri sa doktor. Basta't sama-sama at laging handa, kaya natin to! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, PCOO, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
With the use of the SARS-CoV-2 PCR detection kit, the University of the Philippines National Institute of Health can perform 1,000 tests per week, providing immediate diagnosis and monitoring of COVID-19. DOH Undersecretary Eric Domingo said the locally produced kits could improve but not drastically change the pace of testing of specimens from potential COVID-19 cases. Domingo said the local test kit will not be widely available to the public. The UP-NIH has committed to start with the testing on Monday, March 16, a week after the kit was approved. The kit has a shorter turnaround time with 45 minutes to 2 hours processing to extend the capacity of the DOH laboratories. Meanwhile, DOH Assistant Secretary Maria Rosario Vergiere said the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine still has enough supply test kits for up to 300 possible COVID-19 cases. And in our foreign news, the World Health Organization on Wednesday declared coronavirus a global pandemic. UN Health Agency head Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said that over the past 2 weeks, the number of COVID-19 cases outside China reached 13-fold and tripled in the number of countries where it occurs. He said the world had also never seen a pandemic that can be controlled at the same time, while adding some countries were not taking action to stem the disease. There are now more than 118,000 cases in 114 countries, and over 4,000 people have died. More than 90% of cases are in China, South Korea, Italy, and Iran. Tedros said the COVID-19 threat is not just a public health crisis, but a crisis that will touch every sector. So every sector and every individual must be involved in the fight. In sports, the Philippine Basketball Association announced on Wednesday that it will postpone all its activities indefinitely due to the COVID-19 threat. Affected are the PBA Philippine Cup, the ongoing PBA D-League Aspirants Cup, and the upcoming PBA 3x3 First Conference. PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall said the Board of Governors tackled possible options including shorter postponements and the possibility of holding the scheduled games in a closed-door setting. Other sports leagues, such as the Philippine Superliga and the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, are reportedly eyeing closed-door games. The NBA also announced on Wednesday that it is suspending its season indefinitely after a player for the Utah Jazz preliminary tested positive for COVID-19. The test result was reported shortly prior to the tip-off of Wednesday's game between the Jazz and Oklahoma City Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. In a statement, the NBA said, "We'll use this hiatus to determine next steps for moving forward in regard to the coronavirus pandemic." To promote the inventions and research of students on innovative products, the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, urges state universities and colleges to regularly have the creations of their students on exhibit. Teresa Montemayor has the story.
The Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, plans to stage a yearly exhibit that will put on display various and useful inventions produced by Philippine state universities and colleges. SHED Chairperson Prospero de Vera III said they are partnering with the Department of Science and Technology and the Department of Trade and Industry to hold invention and research gatherings completed by government-run campuses nationwide. SHED staged the first SUC Fair, The Art of Success, at the activity area of the Ayala Mall's Trinoma in Quezon City on March 9 to 11. The three-day event showcased the contribution to the advancement of technology and socio-economy of campuses coming from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The Rizal Technological Institute led the hosting of the expo, joined by 50 universities and colleges. Products featured by the research and development departments of the universities seek to answer local woes of the economy. Mariano Marcos State University in Ilocos Norte for one showcased the high-quality black garlic which they produce in the region. Also known as the Black Gold of the North, the black garlic is known for its many health benefits and high bioactive component, which is an important neurotransmitter that helps deter Alzheimer's disease. Meanwhile, the University of Southeastern Philippines boasted their sprayer nozzle and other agricultural innovations that are gaining ground in the Davao region. These help farmers hasten the harvesting process of in-demand cacao and mango. Other products like Vinta-inspired tokens, designer clothes, and innovative food and beverages were on display as well. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Teresa Montemayor.
Let's take another look at today's biggest stories. Malacanang urges the media to stop exaggerating reports on the COVID-19 threat. The Labor Department and its attached agencies are set to adopt a 4-day work week as a precaution against COVID-19. The Department of Finance and the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas suspend work to undergo disinfection. And the UP National Institute of Health aims to do 1,000 tests per week with its coronavirus detection kit. Thank you for watching another episode of the PNA Newsroom. To check out more news content, check our webpage or head onto the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. For more stories about the government and how it serves Filipinos, look for these hashtags in all of our social media platforms and websites. We are shown on the pages of the PCOO and its attached agencies. Also watch us on television on PTV4 and IBC 13. And that's your daily dose of the biggest stories that you need to know. From the PNA Newsroom, I am William Theo. Good day.